Hey, Jim Parr here, and we're going to go through the brand new 2022 Polaris Ranger 570 full size. When I was looking for Rangers, I didn't realize there's a full size and another size. So make sure it's an FP, and because I think the other one is an SP and I couldn't hardly fit in the thing. But before we get going, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and I'm going to leave some links for some different things below. That helps support the channel, and your subscription obviously does. So let's dig into this and check out the new 570, because it is pretty awesome, and this one is literally brand new. We haven't even drove it yet. We just drove it up the driveway. And but haven't even been out on the roads or out on the land here. We got 30 acres in Tennessee, so let's dig into this. So I'm going to give you the full review on this. We're going to start from the exterior, work our way to the interior. And so what we've got in the front here, we've got a nice accessory. There's a nice bumper on it. You can add a winch into this by removing this cover. That's one thing. A lot of the stuff with Polaris, you can add a lot of options, and that's why we went with the Polaris. But as we look underneath here, they have a little latch there, and then underneath the hood here, looking at the front of this, you can see your front drive lines, your CV boots. This port here is a diagnostic port. You've got your steering here. This is nice because on these stubs here, that's for adding different accessories. So it is quick to add accessories when you're working with different things. So it's easy to add them on. I'm going to even talk about fishing wires through wherever you need to. There's a nice fan right here. That'll kick on when it's too hot, whatever it is. It'd be nice to have a little storage compartment up here, but you've got the back, which is plenty. So it really doesn't matter. You've got your nice halogen headlights here. Some people do put LED lights on. We have a front windshield, that's an option. And we have a polycarbonate roof, that's another option. And we only got 3 options on this. And because when you start adding things on, it adds up real quick. This is the 570 EFI. And these come standard, these little cloth things. They're basically a safety feature that Polaris is required to put in, and they just lock in down here on the bottom and then clip in. You could easily take these off if you needed to. So as we go through this, the roll cage is standard with it, and so if you didn't have the roll cage or the top and the windshield, it's just the roll cage. So the pads on the back of the seats are standard. This has a manual dump bucket, and it works real nice. Underneath, you're going to see a 1-cylinder motor. I believe this is 40 horse. Don't quote me on that. But you've got your air filter there. Easy access to everything. There's a little red port down there on the clutch, where the belt is. And if there gets any moisture in there, it can slip. And so you can pull that pin or pull that plug and drain that moisture out. So that's a nice feature. It's key because if you're getting overheating, you can see right here there's a port that goes out to your exhaust. And so the fan, the belt assembly cools the motor, so along with the fan. And so everything is a closed system. It's very important. Down here on the shocks, you actually can adjust them. in that green area there, that you, so if you got a heavy load that you're using all the time, there's a tool to jack those up so you can give it a little bit more beef to the rear end. Easy oil port right there for adding oil. We'll go to the other side and we'll show you that also. These are the standard tires. This bed is built really solid. This is the other feature we added, is this back bumper assembly, and it's just so we don't take out the cosmetics of our bed here and or the lights or anything like that. So if you back into something, you know, it'll protect that. This bed's pretty good size. We put in this $29 plastic matching toolbox, Husky toolbox, just to put some of our loose stuff in, because we do a lot of work on the land here. And so I've got a link below for that box, and like I said, it was only $29. If you want a custom box for the back of this, like a toolbox, it's anywhere from $150 all the way up to $350. So but it's got the nice Polaris logo on the back. There is a receiver hitch here so you can tow, and it's a full-size receiver, and so you can put a hitch on there, and it's got a lot of power to tow just about anything. I forgot how many thousand. I think the hitch itself will hold 1,500 pounds on the hitch, but it'll tow at least twice that. So if we come over here and flip this back up again, we see your transmission oil, or that's your dipstick down there, the yellow, to check your oil. And you can see your exhaust running here. Again, you got adjustments for your shocks here. It's got nice coating underneath. This bed opens really nice. That hydraulic hinge on it works extremely well, and it's really solid. I can't emphasize that. This one is unleaded fuel, so we got the port right there. But let's go ahead and dive on to the inside, and we'll start this thing up. Over here, we'll start with the passenger side. We've got a nice deep glove compartment here. We got nice cup holders. I like how these shut because they don't rattle. And then you've got your bars here to hold on. And the seats are very comfortable. It's easily washable. There's a cover there so you can fish wires in. The one nice thing with this is you can actually pull the seat off, and then underneath it, I'm going to go to the other side. We'll show you that in just a little bit. Underneath it, you can access for wiring and stuff. It's got shoulder harnesses. This is a 3-passenger, so 3 adults, and there's shoulder harnesses for all 3 passengers. So as we walk around to the driver's side, these are just little clips that come off, and like I said, you can remove those. I'm gonna pop this real quick and then pull it forward, and you can see it's hard for me to hold onto the camera, but I'm gonna put you in my trusty phone holder there. So as we see here, you can easily fish wires down here. So that's your frame underneath. You've got your battery right here. You got your gas tank right there. So everything is super accessible in this unit here. I'm just gonna put you on the side here. If you hear a dog barking in the background or drinking water, that's just our little hound dog here, blue tick hound, and he's just a guy that comes over and hangs out. So just to confirm, this is a 2022. we're gonna just look at this. We've got, come on. And he may want to get up in here. Yep, he wants to go for a ride. Come on. So your unit's not going to come with the blue tick hound, but this unit happened to, or maybe it was the property that came with the hound dog. So we're just going to move him over, and we got another compartment under here. Storage, there's plenty of storage. That's your cell phone holder. There's 2 bumps in there to hold it in. You've got a lever on the steering wheel right here, so you can actually tilt your steering. This particular unit does not have power steering, but some of the units do. On the shifter, we've got a high, low, neutral, reverse, and park. And we're just gonna put the key in, show you on the controls here. You've got shift on your 4-wheel drive connection here. So this is 1 wheel. It's showing 1 wheel there, which is your turf mode, not to tear up your grass. This is 2-wheel drive, and this is 4-wheel drive. We use it in 4-wheel drive most of the time. There's a lot of different ports there to add different options, rocker switches for lights and whatever else. And on the dashboard here, we've got our temperature, we've got our volts, and I'm gonna try to work around the dog here. We got 1.3 hours on this, 23 miles, and you get your clock and your RPMs. So it'll tell you your service. We're going to go ahead and start this up, and you got to put your foot on the brake to start it. It's got a nice motor to it, and he's all ready to go for a ride, even though he's messing up the brand new seats in here. But hey, what is a Ranger for? It's to use it, to work it. If you want a sport mode, go with the Razor. But this thing runs really nice, and we're going to show you that on how nice this is. Right now, and if you like this video, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and I'm telling you, if you want a good workhorse, the Polaris Ranger, full size, 570, any of them, the 700, the 900, the bigger you go, the stronger the motor, so the more power it's going to have for towing and things like that. So appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoyed this review of the Polaris